Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chapter 23, multiplying and dividing fractions. So our main objective is how can we multiply or divide the fractions and write the answer in the simplest form. And sometimes we need to factorize the fractions before we want to multiply or divide them, or before simplifying, you can say. So to factorize, we are going to use the GCF method or the AC method, or we are going to use this formula of square of difference of squares, right? If you remember that when we did this addition, multiplication and division of the fractions, we kept these rules in our mind when we were doing it in chapter 1. The product of two fractions is found by multiplying the numerators and multiplying the denominator. So usually we multiply the numerator with the numerator, and let's say the denominator with the denominator. So we are going to multiply them straight. Okay, to divide the fractions, we use the word KFC to help us. That means that keep the first fraction, flip the second one, and change this division sign into multiplication. So keeping these rules in our mind, let's solve some examples. Here, if you want to multiply, if you think that you can simplify any of the fraction, you can simplify it here, or you can directly multiply and then you can simplify it in the end. It's all your choice. Okay, so 5x times x will become 5x squared, and in the denominator, because here we have 1, so number is going to be multiplied with the number, or you can say the coefficient will be multiplied with the coefficient and the variable with the variable, and 2 times 6 will become 12, and there is no way that we can simplify it more, so this will be the final answer. And here, let's say if I want to multiply this x with this one, so I can put it in a bracket to show that it's a factor. So to multiply the numerators, I will say x times x plus 5, and in the denominator you can say 3 times 2, 6. So this will be the answer. Here in this example, because it's division, so first I have to use the I have to keep this word KFC in my mind, like keep this first fraction as it is, then flip the second one. So when I flip it, it will become 2 out of 3x, and then change this division sign into multiplication. Now look at these fractions, they can be simplified here, but let's say if a student does not want to simplify them first he wants to multiply and then simplify. It's all your choice. I will explain it to you in both ways. For example, if a student does not want to explain it, simplify it first, so what is he going to do? He will multiply 3 2s are 6 x squared, and in the denominator we will have 4 3s are 12 x. Now clearly 6 and x can be simplified with the multiplication table of 6. So you can say 6 times 1 is 6 and 6 times 2 is 12. And x squared, this x and this x squared will give you only 1x here. So finally the answer will become x over 2. Let's say if a student does not want to do it in this way, so what is the other method? Keep this answer in your mind, it's x over 2. Okay, let's say how can you simplify it over here? So 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. Similarly here, 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 1 is 3. So we are left with x squared over 2x. Now this x and this x squared can also be simplified. Only one x will be left in the numerator. So finally the answer will be x over 2. So it's all your choice. Usually the students, they like to multiply it first and then they want to simplify in the final step here. So it's all your choice. Let's see how can we solve this one. So we have x over 3 times, because we have to change this division into multiplication, and then we have to flip the next fraction. So x plus 1 is the denominator, it will go to the numerator, and 2 is the numerator, it will be placed in the denominator after flipping. So finally, because there's nothing to simplify, so we can say x into x plus 1 will be the numerator. We will multiply these two, and then in the denominator we will multiply these two. So it will be 6. So these are the final answers for these examples. Hope you understand these examples. Now see how can we solve these questions. Okay, right now this one does not have it does not look like an as a fraction. But if I will put 1 in its denominator, so we can say we have x minus 2 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator, times it by x plus 3 in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. Okay, now some of the girls or some of the students, they start simplifying this 3 with this 3. Please remember, this 3 is a term and this whole is a factor. You can cancel x plus 3 with a factor x plus 3. Not individually this 3 can be cancelled with any 3 in the denominator. So what are we going to get finally in the numerator? It will be x times 2 into x plus 3, and this one will be divided by 3. Remember, we are not going to simplify these. You can say that we are not going to multiply these two to get the final answer. We will leave them like this. So this is your final answer. Okay, let's see what can we do over here. So put 1 in the denominator, and because it's a division, so keep the rule of KFC in your mind. We will keep x minus 2 in the numerator. This is our numerator, and 3 in the denominator. Then change division into multiplication and flip the next fraction. So 1 will be placed in the numerator and x plus 3 will be placed in the denominator. So finally the answer will become x minus 1 times 1, x minus 2 times 1 will be x minus 2. This will be the numerator, and in the denominator we have to multiply 3 with this factor. And as I told you, we are not going to remove the brackets. We will leave the brackets as it is. So this will be the final answer, 3 times this factor x plus 3. Okay, better pause the video here and solve these two questions on your own, and then play the video to check your answers. So here are the answers for both the questions. As you can see here, I multiplied them straight, the numerators with the numerator, denominator with the denominator. 2 and 12 could be simplified with 2. So 2 divided by 2 will be 1, and 12 divided by 2 will be 6. And here I was having 1 only p, and here p squared. So p squared means p times p. So one of the p will be cancelled and 1 p will be left here. So in the numerator we are left with p and q, and in the denominator we are left with 6 only. So the final answer will be pq over 6. And same is the case here. I changed this division into multiplication. I flipped the second fraction. I multiplied straight, and after that a here, a single a, and here a times a means that I will have a double a. So one of the a will be cancelled and only a will be left in the numerator. So let's solve one more question. As you can see here, in the first two fractions we have to multiply them. So multiply them, get the answer, and then multiply the answer of first two with the third one. This is one way. The other way is just you can change this division into multiplication and flip the next fraction, and then you can complete all of it together. It's all your choice how you want to do it. So let's do it in this way. Let's keep it a over b times 2a out of 3b, and now change this division into multiplication and flip the next fraction. So it will be 3a out of 2b. Now if you want to simplify here, you can simplify here, and if you want to cancel them, I mean you want to multiply them together, and then you want to let's say you want to simplify in the final step, you can simplify in the final step. But clearly sometimes the things are easy. I can see here 3 is in the numerator and 3 is in the denominator, so I can cancel these. Here 2 is in the numerator and 2 is in the denominator. I can cancel them, right, because they are same numbers. But let's say it's all your choice how you want to do it. So in the numerator we are left with a times a to the power 1, a to the power 1, a to the power 1. So together when I multiply them, it will be a to the power 3. Similarly in the denominator, when the b times b will give us b to the power 3. Okay, here I have some challenging questions for you. Better pause the video here, solve all of these on your own, and then play the video to check their answers. So here are all the answers for these questions. Hope you understand the exercise. By the way, I'm going to make another video for this exercise in which you have before the multiplication, you have to make factors, or you can say you have to factorize the given expressions. Right, so I'll make another video for the same exercise.